Hi, I'm Kirsten Buck. I teach sixth grade math. And a few of my biggest takeaways so far during NTI 2.0 are definitely the opportunities that I've had to learn about and implement new tech tools that I'm 100% excited to use in the classroom as well and incorporate there. But the other thing that I've really enjoyed is how much time that I have had to work with and talk to my students individually in small groups, because that was one thing I was worried about in NTI was how am I going to get to know them all online? But luckily with our Brave time throughout the day, I'm able to schedule individual meetings or they sign up or we have small groups. As well as just getting to know them. I have a lot of girls who, class starts at 10:30 or 12:30, but I always make the meet link visible 10 minutes before class begins. And it never fails every day. I've got a number of girls who I think they must just be sitting and waiting for it to go visible because they immediately jump in and we're able to chat and get to know each other and their classmates. And again, just get to know them and their interests and their pets and their siblings. So I've really enjoyed that and I'm excited for what the rest of the school year brings. Bye.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Carey. I teach sixth grade math. While NTI has given us a lot of challenges, I've had many positive experiences with NTI that I wouldn't have had otherwise. I love that the students who catch on to new material easily get their lesson and then they're free to do their assignments at their own convenience, at their own pace. But the great thing about this is that I have so much more time to meet one on one with the students who really need it. I've had some long Google Meets with students, and it gives me this glimpse into their home lives. I get to see students taking care of their baby brothers and sisters, helping their parents. Sometimes there's chaos going on around them, and they still are eager to learn and to keep up with their schoolwork. And I've just really gotten this glimpse into their home lives that I would not have had in a classroom. It's been eye opening for me. Um, I've also been able to meet many of their family members. Last Friday, it was about 3:45. I finished a Google Meet with a student, and I was just ready to shut down my computer. It'd been a long day, and I saw I had an email from a student asking me if I could help her cousin with her math homework. She had a math assignment that was due at 4:30, and she needed help. And I thought, oh, I can just pretend I didn't see it. But instead, I sent her a Google link and I met with her cousin, got her cousin through her homework assignment. She got it turned in by 4:30. And it turns out that student's a fifth grade student and she wants to come to OAS next year. So I even get to meet cousins and extended family and help them out. So I hope that we can go back to school. I want to meet all of my new students in person, but for right now, I'm just enjoying and trying to make the most of the advantages that we have by being virtual.
So during NTI, the thing that I have learned is that it is possible to do a flipped classroom. I've been wanting to try that for a couple of years and just now decided that this is the time to do it. So giving the students the opportunity to do the research, the digging on their own, coming to class where we can have some discussion, we can get engaged with the topic talking about, we can have some fun with it, and they're learning along the way. Another thing that I've learned about NTI and improved my instruction is I'm able to connect more with the students on one-on-one, particularly when they come to office hours. I can learn a little bit about what they struggle with, how they think about things, and I can help them become better students and more prepared for learning.
Angela Newcomb, and I am one of Angela Allen's seventh grade math and science teachers at Olmsted South. And I am happy tonight to do a quick NTI 2.0 reflection. So every morning I wake up and I feel like I'm in Hamilton. I feel like some of us feel like we are running out of time. I think it's mainly the math teachers. I'm probably one of the few people in the district. I feel like I have a lot more time. As most of you know, I've been an admin for the past almost 10 years. So hopping back into the classroom this year has been fabulous. I'm having a lot of fun, and I don't feel as rushed as I'm sure everyone else does. And so, time has a lot to do with what I'm going to reflect on with you all, and how I think it's kind of shaped what I've done with the kids in NTI. So when I talked with Angela, we talked about, what are some of the strengths in the systems we have at OAS. And the first one I thought about was standards implementation. As soon as I started working with PLCs at OAS, I knew right away that standards implementation and standards-based work was one of their core beliefs and a strength that was built within the systems at OAS. It's really really it's done really really well there, and I'm excited to be a part of that work. And some of the things that NTI has kind of pushed me towards, and we've had some discussions in our PLCs, because a big part of what we do in JCPS is our backpack of success skills work. And since we do technically have less time in NTI, we only see the kids. Our classes are 30 minutes long, though my kids usually stay longer. Everyone knows technically we have less class time. So how do we get that deep learning in there and also cover the core content standards? And another system that has just been amazing at OAS, that has already grown me as a teacher, is just the instructional feedback that we have in place. On the right, you're seeing this was just a quick walkthrough form. It's not unusual for me to get those twice a day. Um, the teachers, the resource teachers have become friends in our classroom. When they pop in, at first I didn't know they were there because I didn't know how to split my screen and couldn't tell who was in my Google Meet and who wasn't in my Google Meet. But now that I've figured that up, when Miss Schultz or Miss Alabuti show up, or Miss Dee Dee's there, I know and I acknowledge them, and the kids know they're there, and they have just become regular parts of our classroom. And that's really, really great. I know that's something that's very difficult in the brick and mortar building, because as soon as you're walking to a classroom to get in and just, talk with kids and give formative feedback, drama happens and something stops you. So in the virtual world, you can pop in Google Classrooms left and right, and give that feedback. So that's one positive, I think, that comes from this, is just the availability and flexibility, to be able to get in there and see good teaching, and for us as teachers to get that feedback from our resource teachers and our administrators. The last thing, the pillars at JCPS, are the main reason that I came back here. And one thing I want to really work on when I get back into the building is just prioritizing those backpack of success skills learning experiences, and making sure that is just the business we do in the classroom every day. And not something that, oh, we should have done that instead of what we did in class, and really doing forward planning with that, and still making that happen during NTI, not using NTI as an excuse. Well, we can't do that because it's virtual and we don't have all our kids there every day, and excuse, excuse, excuse. I don't want to do that. I want that to be part of the work we do now and part of the work we do